to the he's out. Well, you know what we're talking about, cause about to go down, about to go down. And that's why you're here, so let's get to it. Pretty on me, it's pretty, pretty on me. And the he's out, it's allegedly pretty on me. Now that you do it perfectly, pretty. Alright, let's get into it. Lovely mercy on me, gang. We know what you came for. What you came for. That's why you walk through the door. You walk through the door. Let's get to the party on me. What's up, my pretties? What's up, my lovelies? Well, now that I know you're doing pretty lovely, let's get into this party on me. I did the Chamoy Pickle Challenge, okay? I was like, let me order this off Amazon, do my little review, my reaction, and let that be done. Let that be a thing. So it is what it is. It's done. It's flopping. And I'm just here to talk about it, what I think, what I feel. In reality, um, I like it. I approve. I would say 10 out of 10 recommend. So let me give you my spiel of it since I don't have like the clip of me in here. You know, I do maybe later, not now. Okay, but the clip is posted. There's a clip somewhere, right? So basically, the pickle by itself, I bit off the top. Some people cut the top off. I bit the top off just to taste it by itself, and then I hollowed it out. The pickle was kind of giving me very much deal, very sour, a little bit of like chili spice, just a hint, and most of the sour. And so then I chiseled it out, put in the chips. I got a 21 kit from Amazon, and they had mostly two of everything: two packs of Takis, blue, red. It had candies. It had those Swizzler things, and it had the powder. It had everything else in it that it needed to have. Some things I didn't use because they had like tahini and stuff that I usually use on regular kosher pickles. And so basically, it had the two fruit roll ups, had like two of everything, and the packet was like $25 off Amazon plus tax, which was probably about $30. So anyway, I enjoyed it surprisingly. I did two ratings. I ate half of it and rated, and then I ate the second half. So the first half, the first time I made it, tasted a lot better than the second time I made it. My hands definitely were red. I wore gloves. I put the Takis in there. I put some gushers in there. I put the little red straws in there. I put the little orange powder in there. I put the little this little yellowish squeeze gooey stuff in there. I put the little liquid chamoy stuff in there, chili stuff. What else did I put in there? Oh, I wrapped it around it with the fruit roll up or the foot by the foot. On the first one, I just broke the fruit roll up in half or in thirds and then wrapped it around. And to be honest, you don't really need it around the whole pickle because it makes it's really really sweet as far as the fruit roll ups. You only really need it around like bits and pieces of it, if you ask me. So basically, I bit into it and it gave me meaty. Like even though it was a pickle, even though it was fruit, even though it was candy, like the chips and stuff was giving me meaty, and the little drizzle of sauce I put on it was giving me meaty, like I was eating a whole snack, as if I was eating meat, even though I wasn't. And I feel like that's why a lot of Mexicans put that chili lime stuff on their fruits and vegetables because it gives them the idea that they're eating meat, even though they may not have meat present, and the fact that it's more healthier to eat fruits and vegetables than it is to eat meat. As far as digestion, it digests a lot better, and that's what's more we're more accustomed to. All right, so I would say 10 out of 10 recommend. So on my first rating, when I tasted the pickle, like the flavors just was just like different. Nothing I really ever tasted before, but it came together very, very, very well. And I gave it a 9.5, almost a 10. The only time thing I said it wasn't a 10 because you really have to get used to the Mexican flavors. But it didn't take long to get used to it because it definitely reminded me of eating candy with my pickles. or sweet stuff with my pickle, and I've definitely eaten candy and sweet stuff with my pickle before, so that wasn't too much new. It was just the Mexican flavors. Because to be honest, I'm a person who don't really like the taste of Mexican candy unless it's sweet, sweet, like caramels and stuff like that. But like the chilies and the slimes, not really. Like I'm not a fan of Takis. Not really feeling of the lime Cheetos, hot Cheetos. I don't really go for it. However, put together in the pickle, it was perfect. A perfect blend. It was really good. And it gave it 9.5, almost a 10. But would I go buy each individual thing and go eat it outside the pickle? Absolutely not. But I will say it was one of my favorite options as far as eating a pickle. Like that was probably the best pickle I've ever had. And I've had Kool-Aid in my pickles before, Jolly Ranchers in my pickles before, and I prefer to eat it just like that. Like I would say you could eat that like a snack and still be good. It definitely was giving what it needed to give. It wasn't really lacking, and I felt satisfied, full. And yeah, I'm glad I wore the gloves because the redness kind of got on my hands and it was on my mouth. And when I didn't have gloves, I tried another piece and like my hands did kind of turn red. So yeah, it definitely has a little stain action in it. But overall, I feel like everybody should try it because, like I said, it was one of my favorite pickle options. Like, just to know, like, if that was given as an option at like a fair or out and about already pre made, like if I was in a mood for a pickle, like that's to me would be perfect. Like a great way to say, oh, this pickle was done right. This pickle was done to perfection. Like that's a meal pickle. Like that's a pickle that I would eat again. Now I'm not saying I'm gonna order this anytime soon, but maybe like once or twice out of the year, I can see myself getting a chamoy pickle. It's definitely a treat. It's definitely a snack. Now, I wouldn't say, oh, y'all would eat this all the time. No, it's kind of a quiet taste, but baby, is it a taste. I thoroughly enjoyed it because it gives you that sour, that sweet, that tangy, that crunchy. And I used to be that girl, I don't know why, but I would always eat sour, sweet, and hot together. I would get hot Cheetos, I would get pickles, I would get ice cream as a little girl, eat it all in the same sitting. Like I just wanted all those flavors. That was weird of me, and I still eat weird in some instances today. However, those sour, sweet, hot all together was just what I needed, and it was perfect. And I could even see how that would be like a pregnancy craving because literally me eating the ice cream, the pickles, and the hot Cheetos is definitely something like a pregnancy craving, even though I was never pregnant at that time. I just am a very indecisive person. And at the time when I was a kid, I wanted something sour, something sweet, and something hot because I was feeling it all. And in this pickle, you definitely get something sour, sweet, and hot. And even though it wasn't like too hot, I can tell that it was somewhat hot because it was a time where my nose started, becoming a little moist. And I was like, oh, let me wipe my nose. So that gave me indication that it had some heat to it, even though it wasn't prevalent. But you can tell that it had the little chilies in it. So of course there was gonna be some heat to it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I definitely would recommend it. And I tried it again because I didn't eat the whole pickle. I ate half of it. I had to chisel out the chips and stuff because I had stuffed chips all the way down and they got soggy. They get soggy. And so I redid the chips and the inside, the gushers, and I put all that stuff back in there. And the second time I added more liquid of that flavor, heat, meaty taste that I like. However, I added too much because it came with the red strings and end up not as liking it as much, but it still was good. And I gave it an 8.5 the second time around. So definitely, I'm a fan of the chamoy pickle. Shout out to the Mexicans or whoever decided to make it. I rocks with y'all the long way, for real. Yeah, it's time to he's out, he's out. You know what we talking about, talking about. Got a lady, he's out. Gonna come right back for that new pack, impact video on my feed time, blindo. And that's a fact, subscribe though, cause you won't regret it, and that's low key, hype beat, and you know, no, stay, listen, stay blessed, and that's don't never stress. Pretty gang, we out this thing.